Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Nakia Rapp, and I welcome you this morning to the live stream. Good morning. Good morning. Let somebody know that we are back on for the month of April. We are on live weekdays at 5 a.m. with the Iron Sharpeners Morning Devotion. Good morning, and welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a few weeks, so we say welcome back to everybody. We pray that everyone has been blessed thus far as they have gone into their new chapter. Come on, we're into a new quarter this year. It's 2026, but we're in a new quarter. April started a new quarter. So, how are you moving in your new quarter? Are you effectively planning in your new quarter? What are you doing? Come on, I'm trying to see in the chats. So, what are you doing in this new quarter? Because today we're going to talk about uprooting bitterness. We're talking about uprooting bitterness. Good morning, mother. Good morning, mother. How you doing this morning, mother? Mother, are you over there shouting this morning? Come on, see, come on. Are you over there shouting this morning, mother? You listen, I was supposed to be on live yesterday morning. I got up, got ready, got to the iPad, and I'm thinking that the iPad is just on off yesterday morning, not realizing that the iPad was dead, y'all. So the iPad was dead. So I'm trying to put the iPad, I'm like, what's going on with the internet? What's going on with the internet? And I said, oh, let me put it on the charger and see what happens. So then it powers on. I said, oh my God, y'all, I'm ready. So I let it power up for a few minutes. I get in the program. I'm trying to start up the program, and it kept saying low battery, toop, low battery, toop, low battery, toop. I said, okay, adversary, you trying to beat me down because I made a commitment that I was going to spring forward on April 1st. I said, I'm coming. I'm going to come back live because this week my time was freed up. Next week my time is freed up. I said, so I'm going to go back into the highways and the byways of social media and go back and proclaim the land that my father had promised me. And so yesterday it was little hiccups and hiccups. I got up early this morning. I said, oh no, we're not going to play that this morning. I made sure that the device was charged. I made sure that somebody was up to be my backup to help me. So I made sure this morning that no weapon formed against us from fellowshipping this morning was going to prosper. So welcome back, everybody. Invite your family, invite your friends, share on social media, and let them know that we are back this month. We are back. We are back. So this morning we're going to talk about something. Our scripture for today is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15. We're talking about uprooting bitterness. Listen, uprooting bitterness. Y'all know how we do it. We homies, we family. We real about it on this platform. We talk about the goodness of God, and we give each other self-help, self-motivation, self-encouragement. So today we're going to talk about uprooting bitterness. Hebrews 12 and 15 tells us about the uprooting the bitterness that has came into our heart, the bitterness that has showed up in our spirit, the bitterness that has showed up in our words, the bitterness that has showed up in our emotions. Don't you know that something will come into your atmosphere, come into your proximity, and cause you to be bitter? Listen, there will be a life-changing encounter that will cause you to be bitter. You'll overlook the process of you need to be grateful. You'll overlook the process that you need to be humble. You will overlook the attributes of the fruit, but the spirit of bitterness will come in and sabotage your charted course. Listen, the spirit of bitterness will arise and cause you to lose out on the door that has opened for you. The spirit of bitterness will cause you to lose out on the blessing that is sitting right before you. Why? Because the adversary made you bitter. And in him making you bitter, you're twinkling backwards. Can I say it again for somebody? While you are moving forward, while you moving forward, the enemy will be tiptoeing around your spirit realm, around your identity, and causing you to be bitter. So today is self-examination as we show up in the radiant of God horizon. It's a new day for us. It's a new hour for us. It's a new quarter for us. So we're going to deal with what we need to deal with. And today we're dealing with, I am no longer bitter. Can you put it in the chats for me? Today, I am no longer bitter. Today, I take authority over my emotions and I uproot bitterness. Come on. Today, can somebody put it in the chats for me? Today, I, Nakia Rapp, uproot the spirit of bitterness from out of my life. I will not be bitter any longer. Come on, the spirit of bitterness. Listen to what it says. Let me get it out while y'all put it in the chat for me. Look at what it says about bitterness. Bitterness is a state of harsh. Listen, what we do when we bitter, we talk harsh with our words. When we bitter, we throw words of anger at other people. And what does that bitterness does? It moves that person's atmosphere. If that person's spirit man is not fed, if that person's spirit man is not encouraged, when they come into your atmosphere and you are bitter, that thing transfer and it hits. And before you know it, you got a whole office, a whole family full of bitter people, and they wondering how they got to bitter. And they let the wrong person open up their mouth gate, and that bitterness came out. Come on, listen. Harsh words brings on bitterness. Come on. Harsh words brings on bitterness. Now look at this. Bitterness is also the feeling of resentment. Come on. Listen, we never thought of it like this. Oh, I resent this. I resent that this happened to me and I didn't get a chance to do this. He says that is the spirit of bitterness. The area that you are carrying resentment. I resent the fact that I had to leave my job to go take care of this person and this person was unappreciative. I resent the fact that I helped them to get to the next place and they never said thank you. That's a spirit that's called uprooting bitterness. Come on, I'm not bitter because what I did was I gave you the blessing that I gave you. I gave you the lending hand because it was the nature of the Father that is in me that says serve and serve well, my son, serve well, my daughter. Don't worry about if they didn't tell you thank you, but you're going to uproot it before the spirit can get into your life. Because what'll happen? You'll move around thinking that I'm not going to help the next person because this is such and such. They've done me wrong and they got bitterness in their heart. And now you starting to be bitter. And that ain't even your character. Your character is to go around helping people. Your character is to go around blessing people. Your character is, mother, to take them out of loader ball. But here, resentment that came in. And you're wondering why you resenting the choices that you have made as a servant of God. So today, I want you to look at all your circumstances. Look at all your issues. Look at all your steps. And if you see harsh words in your steps, pull it down. If you see resentment in your steps, pull it down. Now listen to this other level of bitterness. The word anger. And y'all know that when anger is sitting at the door and you get into that argument, anger make you pull out stuff that didn't happen 3-4 years ago. Anger make you pull out things that you hid in your heart, but because you anger, because you angry, because you upset, here it comes. All of it mixed in one. Anger done cause you to be bitter. Anger done cause that resentment to hit like it never hit before. Anger done cause malice to show up like it never showed up before. So now here you go. throwing it out there. And now what done happened? Because anger and bitterness was sitting at the table and you done throw it all on the plate. What happened? Everybody looking at each other, wondering which way to move now. Should I say something? Should I repent? Should I? Come on. And then we all separate from the atmosphere. And what happens? We never say, I apologize. We never say, I'm sorry. So now 2 days then pass by and the bitterness getting worse and worse. 3 days then pass by, the bitterness getting worse and worse. 7 days then pass by, the bitterness getting worse and worse. And now what didn't happen? Months down the road, family relationship then trickle down. Because what? One moment of the wrong atmosphere with the wrong spirit then broke up the whole manifestation of what was promised to you. God help me here to go. I'm going to show you. Listen to what he's saying. Because this one here got to be for somebody. He says this. He says, one moment of anger can change a whole process of work that has been done in the family. Listen, God is about to reignite some things in your family. God is about to be a fresh fire starter in your family. And the enemy is trying to bring bitterness, anger, resentment, and harsh words into your house. God said, you better watch them words. He said, you better watch your body language. You better watch your atmosphere. He said, because them same words is going to break down the works that he's done in the family lineage. Your family is at the brim of a new level of horizon. Your family is at the brim of the doors is about to spring forward like they never sprung forward before. He said, you better watch your atmosphere. You better watch your character. He said, because that one word is going to make everything crumble back down to the pits of hell. Come on, we got to watch this thing. We got to uproot it. Come on, you got to uproot it. You got to uproot it. What you see in your pack this morning, what you see in your pack in the future, you better start dismantling. You better start uprooting it. Hi, whoever it is in the chat. I see somebody put something. Listen to this. Listen, y'all, this one here hit me. Bitterness puts us in the state of unfair treatment. Now listen, how we dealing with the mama, the daddy, the grandmother, the supervisor, the co-workers that's running around here that's bitter and they treating us unfair. Listen, the twist, they treat us unfair. It says unfair treatment. Now you treat me wrong because you're not pleased with what's going on in your corner. You treat me ugly because I'm carrying the light. Come on here. You treat me ugly because I'm carrying the light. You emotionally disturbed because the light in me, the radiant horizon in me, God's light is shining so bright on me. So you sitting here every day plotting how you gonna treat me unfair. You sitting here every day with malice in your heart, building up anger toward me, wanting me to strike. But what you don't know is I'm not gonna strike back at you because the weapons of my warfare can't touch me. Why they can't touch me? Because I'm armored up. Why they can't touch me? Because I'm prayed up. Why it can't touch me? Because I'm prayed up. Why it can't touch me? Because Daddy done told me, don't you dare do tit for tat. Don't you dare have malice in your heart. You better do what I told you to do. I commanded you, my son. I commanded you, my daughter, to show thee agape love. Come on, you got to understand that when you grow in God, when you are mature in God, the unfair treatment don't shift your emotions. Come on. And listen, I won't waste my energy sitting here saying this one done me wrong. Why? because my mouth gate is engaging in the unfair treatment. So what I'm going to do is, blessed be the Lord thy God. Come on, listen. Oh, God, listen to this. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Yesterday I was out. Yesterday I was out. And I went into the store to do something. And so I'm standing at the register. The cashier shifts from the register, go and talk to someone else. And when she shifts from the register to go talk to that person in regards to the question that person had, she walks straight out the door, y'all. And I'm still standing. And I said, good evening to her. How you doing? I would like some assistance. She didn't hear anything that I said because she was so engaged with the person that she was talking to till she walked out the door. So I said, well, what is going on with this atmosphere? So I went and I did what I needed to do, and I made it back to the register. And she says, hi, how are you today? I said, hi, I'm wonderful today. I said, but the question is, how are you really? She says, oh, I'm doing good. I said, are you sure you're doing good, young lady? She said, yes, ma'am, I'm doing wonderful. I said, well, you can't be doing good because I said, I've been standing here waiting for some service. I said, and you walked straight out the store and went sat down on the chair. I said, you never looked back at me. I said, and I told you, hello, how are you? I would like some service. She says, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. She says, I apologize. She says, ma'am, I didn't even see you walk through the door. She says, I didn't even see you come in the store. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I walked in the store behind the lady that you were talking to. She says, ma'am, I didn't see you. She said, ma'am, let me tell you why I didn't see you. She said, because I was so busy trying to ear hustle on a conversation, I couldn't see you. And so the young lady apologized for her treatment. But listen, what happened if I would have got upset in my feelings because the young lady did not acknowledge me as a customer in the store? But I brought it to her attention, and I brought it to her attention. Why? Because of this. Because the next person may not have been as nice and polite as I was to her, and it could be a different altercation. So I was telling her this to tell her to be mindful of her atmosphere, be mindful of her surroundings. You engage it in one customer, but then there's other customers in the store. So you need to be watchful of everything that is around you. If you're standing in this building by yourself, you can't sit here and go engage on a conversation because you're hustling in the parking lot and something else is transpiring in the store on your watch. And so she was like, ma'am, thank you so much. She kept apologizing. I'm grateful that she apologized, but I needed her to understand. Now, see, if I was in that spirit in my flesh, I'd have been like, little girl, I know you saw me standing here, but you couldn't stand here and check me out. But because you had to go. Listen, I could have got indignant in my feelings, all that. I could have let a spirit show up that moment and chew out the young lady. But wisdom said, and struck her because she needed her, that as her livelihood. So sometimes we have to uproot. Come on, listen. We as the person in charge has to take the leadership role and uproot what we see trying to manifest before us. And it's the same principle, y'all, with our children. You have to, uproot what we see trying to creep in. Because we as adults, we're dealing with anger. The children dealing with anger. The children dealing with unfair treatments at school. The children are going through resentment. How they going through it? So we have to uproot all these little entities that has come into our homes, come into the life, come into what the structure of what God has given us to plant and train up a child. All these things has come into the atmosphere. Come among siblings. Come on, listen. We got siblings going against siblings. We got to uproot it. Somebody has to be the adult in the situation and say, listen, sister, listen, brother. We weren't reared like this. Let's get to the core of the matter. And some of us need counseling. Some of us really need some therapy. Some of us need that sound voice person that's going to tell us the raw Get yourself together, truth. Come on. We have to take authority of uprooting. Come on, listen, this is uprooting. And listen to this. What happens when you let that spirit of bitterness stay in your life? It says it becomes a state of hostility or sorrow. You're wondering why you're hostile. You're wondering why you're sorrow. Because now bitterness has taken a home in you. Bitterness has taken a state in your house. Come on. You wondering the children going all happy. The husband leaving wonderful. You're talking to him all through the day. La 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 ba 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 ba. It's all joy. It's all peace. But then the minute he comes home, or the minute the wife returns back home, all of a sudden what happened during the day on your conversation has now taken a turn. And you wondering, this is not the person that I spoke to all day long. It's not who I've been texting. But the spirit is rooted in the house. Come on. Open up the spiritual eyes. Come on. Never be ashamed. Father, reveal to me what is in my house. Come on. Father, show me the spirits that's in my house. Come on. Listen. Father, listen. Father, show me the spirits that's on my job. Come on. That's something in your office, something in the state of the employment that you wonder, it's just, when I get in this building, it's like a heaviness hit me. Come on, listen. Come on, tell the truth, how it is. What is it that you need to shift and move in the atmosphere and pull it? Come on, pull it and uproot it. It says it becomes a state of hostility or sorrow. And what happens? Somebody said, oh my God, your roots is bitter. Huh? Listen, your roots is bitter. Oh, you got you. Oh my gosh, she's so ugly to her core is ugly. Listen, all this, man, something wrong with that brother over there. Man, you don't want to deal with him. Because every time somebody talk to him, he's snapping at him. Blah, blah, blah. So now what happened? The bitterness is becoming your identity. So people are no longer saying, that's Mr. Such and Such. Oh Lord, that's the bitter one. That's, oh man, and so listen, do some self-examination tests today. Hebrews 12 and 15, do some self-examination and let God start having his way in your heart. Let him start having his way in your character to pull out what is bitter. Come on. Let him come into your home and pull out the anger. Let him come into your home and pull out the resentment. Let him come into your home and pull out the unfair treatment. Let him in today so that there can be an uprooting, so that the spring well blessing of the new light can come in, so that the water that has been meant to bring in fresh rain in your house, let it come in. Introduce something new into your house today. Tear down, uproot, dismantle, plow out the attributes that has been bitter. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's not going to just happen by Sunday. It is the process. But it's the process that the worker that is working in you and through you, he can do it suddenly. He can do it immediately. He can do it right now. But you have to take the first step to uprooting. You have to take the first step. Listen, I admit that there is something happening in my life. Father, reveal it to me. Then, Father, and you reveal it to me, deliver me. Harabahashaya. Come on, deliver me. Come on, deliver me. Come on. Let this thing Yes, Lord. Now listen, because I had to pause for a moment because this is what I'm hearing. What happens when this thing has been transmitted? I'm trying to see what y'all in the chat. What happens when this thing called bitterness has been transmitted from generation to generation? Listen, what happens when this thing has been transmitted from generation to generation? Who take the stand in the family? Who take the authority of the family lineage and say, this year, this hour, this minute, today, I break the curse off of my family lineage entitled anger. I break this off of my family called resentment. I break this off of my family called unfair judgment. I break it off of my family. Come on. I take the dominion, the authority that has been vested in me by my Father to uproot what was transmitted down from somebody else. Listen, I decree and declare as Nakia Rapp, the spirit of bitterness will not rest in the Rapp family. Listen, it won't rest, meaning it's not going to take house, meaning it won't be developed. Come on. Bring it to your lineage. Every person that is bloodline and spiritually line connected to me, you will not live a life of bitterness, because today we uproot what was trying to set us back. Listen, the spirit of bitterness has come to set you back. Why? There was a moment of joy. I was, yeah, 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 yeah. And then all of a sudden, doom and gloom. Because something, what happens? Something was sent your way. Something was carried off. You carry it from the next person. But this morning, you're going to declare to the Lord thy God that I will not be bitter, and bitterness will not be my portion. Come on. I decree and I declare that my root of bitterness trying to grow in my soul is pulled up and replaced by grace. That's today's declaration. If you are following me on social media, that's my declaration for today. My declaration for today is, I decree that any root, listen, I decree that any root, any, come on, it doesn't matter if it's in me, it's in my children, it's in the house, whatever it is, I decree that any root of bitterness trying to grow, listen, because I want to catch it. I want to catch it before it can prosper. I want to catch it before it can put some buds in the atmosphere. I want to catch it. So I said, grow in my soul, grow in my spirit. I'm pulling it up now. Come on. What are we pulling up? You pulling up the resentment. You pulling up the anger. You pulling it up. I'm pulling up unrighteous treatment. I'm pulling up the mistakes that I made. Come on. That has now hindered me from fully releasing. Come on. I regret the fact that I ever met you. Come on. That's a resentment spirit. I don't even know why I let you in my life. Come on. All these areas. Pull them up so you can see his peace. Pull them up so you can see his joy. Pull them up. It says, look, so that grace can come in. I want you to know that you are graced by God. I want you to know that you're loved by God. But there are some things that we got to be honest about. I'm going to pull it up. I wish I never would have went down that path. But what happened? That path was predestined for you to go down. But you couldn't see that you needed the path for the purpose. You couldn't see that you needed the path for the destiny. So you got bitter because you went down that road. But you did not understand that that road was orchestrated for you to go down. Come on. That choice that was made, it was orchestrated for you to go down. But he said, I didn't tell you to stay there. I didn't tell you to engage in a long-term situation. I told you to such and such and such and such. But you chose to stay there for a moment. And in staying there, it has brought you to the place of resentment. Now go pull it up. Pull up where you stayed. Listen. Pull up what you see that is not right in your childhood that you have carried it into your adulthood. Pull it up. Because every time you mind go back to this happened when I was a child, it brings on what? Anger to your parents. It brings on resentment. It brings on bitterness. It brings on malice. I'm going to tell them what they say. Because when I was a child, you did this to me. Okay, when you going to let yourself be healed? When you going to let yourself be delivered? When you going to let yourself move in the breakthrough and the replacement of God's grace, knowing that you are the overcomer and you have been uprooted from bitterness? Come on, let that go. You 50 and you holding on to something that was 15. Come on. You dealt with it with your parents. It's time for the breakthrough. It's time for the deliverance. It's time for the new scent of God's anointing to rest upon you. Come on. That's a part of your past testimony. Tell somebody the story and let your healing process begin. Come on. Let that manifest as an overcomer situation. Come on. I stayed in a relationship that I should not have stayed in. But daughter, son, let me help you out. Don't make these, come on. Those nuggets are the nuggets that you share to build up the next person and pull them out of bitterness. Come on. Your story is no longer supposed to bring you fear. Your story no longer supposed to bring you shame, because your story is the story that's pulling somebody's soul out of Lodabar, pulling somebody's soul out of depression, pulling somebody's soul out of bitterness. Come on here. He didn't just send you through the process, but he sent you there so that you can help uproot somebody else's doorsteps. I am uprooting you out of bitterness. Let me in so that I can pull you out of what you thought you could never come out of. When I pull you out, you'll see my grace. Let me say it again. When I pull you out, you'll see my grace. When you let him pull you out, he said, I'll replace that with grace. I decree and I declare today that I am pulling out bitterness. Come on, I'm pulling it out of my garden. I'm pulling it out of my story. I'm pulling it out of my heart gate. I'm pulling it out of my mind gate. I'm moving it out of my path. Come on. Bitterness been in my path for so long. I couldn't see. Bitterness been in my path. Resentment been in my path. If I never would have connected with you, I would have never. Come on, listen. Y'all know how we do it. Bitterness is connected to all that. But today is the day that I decree and I declare that I break it. Today is the day I decree and I declare that I pull it out of my story. Come on. Today is a new day that he's granted you with fresh mercy, fresh grace. So why not go ahead and say, Father, I surrender me back into your hands. I surrender my life back into your life. Come on, listen. Take what has had me bitter and deliver me from it. I don't want a temporary deliverance. I want a whole soul deliverance where it never returns back. to look me in the face again. But what I have endured, let it be the story, that brings you glory. For there is glory, there is light on the other side of what you have sown as bitterness. There is joy on the other side of your bitterness. There is manifestation of blessings on the other side of your bitterness. But one must acknowledge the honest acknowledgement. Let me be honest with myself today that I have been bitter and I have been treating you this way. Listen, where is your journal? If you don't have the nerves enough to tell that person to their face, write it down and release it. And then as you get stronger, you say, Father, bring me so I can go and tell my brother or my sister that I carried this in their heart. Listen, I hear you, Father. He did not give me this, but as I'm talking right now, he gave me this. When I said, tell my brother, I've been carrying envy in my heart toward my brother. I've been carrying envy in my heart toward my sister. The spirit of bitterness. Listen, I had to go to work and take care of you. So that meant in me taking care of you, I couldn't go to school. Resentment and bitterness. All of these things. I had a baby early and it took my career from me. I had a marriage and this came in and now it shifted my life. All of this is the hostile spirit of bitterness that has placed sorrow there and opened up resentment. But where is the drive of determination? Where is the drive of persistence? Where is the spirit of I am a conqueror? That I will conquer what was meant to make me bitter. Come on. You showing up on the job and they treating you wrong. But what you do, you show up with your gladness. You show up with your cute girl mentality. And you confuse the atmosphere. They want you to be in sorrow. They want you to be in bondage. But you show up and you confuse them. Come on, how you uprooted? You uprooted by showing up in a different way. Come on. Move around the house in a different way. Uproot it differently. He says, pull it up so that he can replace it with what you need to be replaced. We have gotten to the stage in our lives that we shouldn't be bitter. We should be happy, filled with joy, kindness, all that should be our portion. But in the event that you are the one that is dealing with all those signs of bitterness, let today be your Thursday. That you say, Father, I'm thankful for life, but transform me on this Thursday. Let this Thursday be my day of transition. Come on, listen. Let this Thursday be my day of transition. That a new work start in me. Let me start by being honest with myself. Today, I release my anger. Today, I release my resentment. Today, I release my pain. Today, I release my hurt. Today, I release all them shoulda, couldas, and all that I've contemplated in my mind. So that you may do what? Establish and order new paths for me. Listen, let him establish new paths for you. He says, commit your heart unto me, and I shall establish, I shall direct, I shall reinstate your path, but it will be new. Come on, give it to him and let him do the work. Let today be my day of transition. Come on, can you put it in the chats for me today? I decree and I declare that today will be my day of transition. I decree and I declare that Nakia, today is your day of transition. Listen, it ain't just for y'all. I'm getting excited over here. Today, Nakia, is your day of transition. I transition my mind. I transition my body. I transition my soul. I transition from what was causing me to be bitter. I transition from what was causing me not to love myself. I transition from the spirit of sorrow to the spirit of peace. I transition from sorrow and malice to I am happy with who I am. I am in love with me. Come on, I transition because I just pulled up what was known as bitterness. Come on, I'm trying to see what y'all saying in the chat. I transition from bitterness. I transition from bitterness. Come on. Say it with me. Today is my day of transition. Nakia, today is April the 2nd, and I transition. Come on. Dear Nakia, let's transition together. Come on. Speak to yourself. Dear Nakia, let's transition. Let today be the day of transformation. I'm going to transform my behavior. I am going to transform my atmosphere. I'm going to transform my harsh words. I'm going to transform this resentment that I had in my heart. I am going to Come on, what you gonna do? Put that in your personal agenda. I'm going to transition. I'm going to let him do what he wanted to do in me then. Listen, I was fighting back then. I was filled with fear back then. I was emotionally disturbed back then. But I'm uprooting it all today. So the transition of the transformation can take place now. Come on. Today is the day that I uproot whatever spirit was in my life that was trying to keep me down. Listen, listen, uproot that vision, uproot that dream. Come on, pull it back out. Y'all done transition right there. Uproot the plan that he gave you for 2026. Uproot it out of the closet. Uproot it out of the journal. Uproot it out of the planner. And start moving. Come on, listen. There's something else in the uprooting. Uproot and fulfill the assignment. Come on. Uproot. Bring it out of hiding and pull it into existence. Yeah, there is something that there is something new in the radiant horizon that you have to pull out. Come on, you have to uproot it out of hiding. Come on, you got to dust it off. You got to shake it back into its new state. So uproot what you have been delaying. Uproot what you've been procrastinating on. Uproot the resources that is in you. Come on. Uproot. Listen, I'm going to uproot some things. Why? Because it's my moment. I'm going to uproot it because it's my time. I'm going to uproot the hobby, and now it's going to be a business. Listen, I'm going to uproot what was on my vision board. I'm going to uproot what was on my accomplished board, and it's going to manifest. What was there that I wrote when I gave God a job, that I just closed it out of my mind. I closed it out because it didn't come to pass when I asked him to do it. What? Go back and get it. Go back and get it. Go back and uproot it. Go back because you miss a step. Go back because you miss a process. So he says, now, uproot it back up. It's development time. Come on. He says, I decree and I declare there's growth in the development. And my grace that's sufficient is going to fulfill the assignment. The grace that is sufficient for today is going to help you. But you got to go uproot what you did not want to face. Come on. Uproot what you didn't want to face. I'm closing out. For those of you that are new, listen, we are back on 5 a.m. Come on. Let somebody know that Nakia Rap is back on. The Iron Sharpeners Morning Devotion, Building Faith, Changing Lives, Inspiration. We are back on. I don't know what platform you're watching from. You may be watching from the Sisters with Conquering Faith Outreach platform. You may be watching from our church platform, Willing Vessels of God, or you may be watching me on my personal platform at NJR Ministries. If you're following me on the NJR Ministries, go on my Facebook page at NJR Ministries. Follow me on Facebook for morning devotions. Follow me on Facebook for daily declaration. Follow me on Facebook for Christian therapy nuggets. I'm a Christian therapist. I'm a pastor. I'm a little bit of all that God has called me to be. And my assignment right now is to build your faith and change your life. My assignment right now is to pull you into your new horizon. Let you come on, see the light of a new day. So let's walk into the light by uprooting what has been sent to our table, uproot what we have allowed to come into our lives. Let's uproot it today. Remember, today is the day of transition. I transition today. And I'm not just transitioning for myself. I'm not just uprooting for myself. Why? Because there's a lineage attached to me. Come on, there's somebody else attached to your transformation. And so when you shift, they shift. Come on. When you shift, they shift. When you move in prosperity, they move in prosperity. You got the husband watching you. You got the son watching you. You got the daughter watching you. You got the co-worker. Come on. It's time for the fire to be caught. Come on. It's time for the fire to be caught. And in my closing, if somebody is on, I'm not sure if my moderators are on, but if a moderator is on and they can put it on the screen, listen, I know that today is a new day. I know that today is the day that we're just coming back on the live stream, but I have an announcement to make in regards to what is going on. We have a Keep the Fire Burning retreat that is set for May 28th through May the 31st. And right now we're doing a spring promotion. If you're in the area, we're in Louisiana, and the retreat is going to be in Covington, Louisiana. Or so happenly, you find this page and you decide, oh my God, I would like to be with them in person. I want to fellowship with them after a few times and watching. I would go back and watch the last quarter messages. They're all listed on the YouTube. Videos are still there. So if you want to see what happened in the last quarter, go back and catch the last quarter videos. And if you find in your heart and your spirit that there's something that has been spoken to you in one of these videos and you want to come and sit and fellowship with me in person, this is your opportunity. May the 28th through May the 31st, I will be in Covington, Louisiana at the Rivers Retreat Center. If you want to come in, we're doing a promotion right now with the Sisters with Conquering Faith Outreach. I am partnering with them for an amazing Keep the Fire Burning retreat. So if you want to come in, and you can only do, and you're in the area, you can only do the night sessions. The night sessions right now, the special is $100. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. It's $100 to come in and sit with us in the atmosphere in Covington, Louisiana. So if you're in the area and your schedule does not allow you to come and be with us at 6 in the morning, but you want to be a part and you just want to get that download right quick, come in. It's $100 for 3 nights. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. If you want to come and be with us and you want to spend the day with us, the day is going to start at 6 a.m. in at 10 p.m. at night. The promotion for that is $350. So you have all day Thursday with us, all day Friday with us, all day Saturday with us. It's the promotion is $350. You can find us on Facebook as Sistas, Sistas, with Conquering Faith, Sistas, with Conquering Faith. And you can join us at the rivers for an amazing Keep the Fire Burning retreat. And I will be opening up that Thursday night. I will be setting the atmosphere as the prophet in the room. We are dealing with the fire burning. We are igniting the fire. Come on, we are charging. So come along and connect with me at NJR Ministries on Facebook and see what God is going to do. And you can find out, research, ask any questions that you want in my DM on Facebook, and I will kindly answer you. Or if you want to connect with us via text message, it's 985-869-8207. You can text your name and number, and I will send you the daily motivation messages. 985-869-8207. And you can connect with us via text message and receive daily inspiration. So again, I'll see you all back tomorrow at 5 a.m. I am Nakia, and I look forward to what the Lord has for us on tomorrow. But remember, today is your transition Thursday. Decree and declare that you're going to pull up what is trying to be housed in your spirit. You're going to pull up what has been in your soul that has been there for too long. So now is the time that I take authority and I uproot. Come on, I uproot it. Come on, uproot what has been housed in your story, and then you uproot the vision and the dream that has been destined for you. It's time to pull it out and let it manifest. Fear does not, listen, fear does not have authority over us anymore. Listen, low self-esteem does not have authority over. We uproot it. Why? Because there's a mandate. The only reason why fear was in our life story was because nobody wanted to hear us. But what they did not realize was there was a whole village of people that needed to hear us. They tried to muzzle you. They tried to dummy you down. They tried to turn off your light because they knew that there was an assignment on your life. But you're going to cancel out fear. You're going to cancel out doubt. You're going to cancel out shame. And you're going to let that story take fire and burn. God bless.